Jamaica is known as the land of wood and water, but the truth is, many Jamaicans don't feel that promise in their pipes. Too often, whole communities live with rationing, dry taps, trucked water, and uncertainty. And as climate patterns shift, drought seasons are becoming more punishing, while demand keeps rising from households, farming, and tourism. So the real question isn't, should Jamaica consider desalination? The question is, can Jamaica afford not to broaden its water options? Desalination, especially if paired with renewable energy like solar, offers one major advantage: reliability. Rainfall is seasonal. Rivers run low. Aquifers get stressed. But the sea is constant. For heavily populated coastal zones like Kingston and St. Andrew, and economic hubs like Montego Bay, desalination could act as a steady backstop when the usual sources fail. And that matters, because water is not just a convenience, it's an economic foundation. Water insecurity disrupts schools, hospitals, small businesses, and public health. It weakens productivity. It raises the cost of living. It also threatens tourism, which depends on consistent water supply. A country cannot build resilience while its water systems are one drought away from crisis. But desalination is not a magic wand. It is expensive up front, and it must be managed responsibly. That means three things. First, fairness in pricing. If desalination is built primarily to secure water for coastal urban areas, then the financing model must be transparent. Jamaicans inland should not feel they're subsidizing a service they don't benefit from. A targeted tariff structure, where the biggest beneficiaries pay more, could address that concern while still protecting vulnerable households. Second, energy strategy. Traditional desalination can be power-hungry, but solar is getting cheaper, and Jamaica has abundant sunlight. A solar-powered or hybrid model could lower long-term operating costs and reduce exposure to fuel price shocks. Third, governance and resilience. A desalination plant must be protected from politics, poor maintenance, and weak oversight. It must also be designed to withstand disasters and run alongside, rather than replace, Jamaica's natural water sources. Desalination should be the backup system, not the only system. So what would desalination solve for Jamaica? It would reduce drought vulnerability, stabilize supply for critical economic zones, ease pressure on overworked natural sources, and create a more modern, climate-ready water infrastructure. Done wisely, it can help the National Water Commission plan long-term instead of constantly managing emergencies. In the end, Jamaica doesn't need to choose between nature and technology. We need a smart mix of both, because water security is national security.